Yo, what's up, broskiis? Kind of coming at you with a long overdue update to my Memento Deck Profile. You see, we got the new extra deck. I think the first video I've ever put out about this deck, I read and said like shuffle back cards from your extra deck or something weird like that, and I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get some busted support, and we got it. This card's pretty insane. It's kind of what the deck needed, and the future support is looking pretty spicy too. So I've taken like a little time off from Yu-Gi-Oh. I picked this deck up. Well, I always have my Cashier deck ready, and I also have this deck like always ready. This like Gold Pride Punk and Cashier just in rotation. Kind of kept up with it, but I did take like 3 months off from playing. Went straight back to locals. Ended up going. I went X2 with this deck. It was a room full of fire. I feel like that's kind of why I took a little bit of break. But it is what it is. I think the deck played well. So I'm just gonna go and get into it. But before I do, remember to like the video if you like the video, comment down below what you would change, and subscribe to the channel. So one deck I wasn't really prepared for was that dragon deck. I think it's called like Tenpai or something like that. I wasn't prepared for that. Didn't really know how to play. So I dropped a match to that, and I dropped a match to fire. And that was pretty much it. Everything else, like Yugioh was pretty easy. I don't want to say easy. I just just opened up kind of broken. Went against a pearly, whatever it's called, deck. And then I went against like a branded. So those three were like pretty like fair games. And then when you open up like 3 hand traps plus a starter, it's kind of crazy too. Every one of my hands was like hand traps, 1 starter. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get into it. The dude himself, combined creation. This card's kind of insane. When he's the only thing, he can swing it to everything. The quick play spell card lets you do piercing too, which is kind of crazy. When your opponent activates an effect, a card effect, you can special summon 1 of your little ones back from the grave. And that's kind of what your inboard finishes on, essentially. With the trap card, obviously, this is like a 5 mat, like Appaloosa. It's kind of crazy. Him just being at 5 and he's a mini version of a lot of stuff, like a mini UTC, a mini Appaloosa. He's kind of crazy. This one, with this card like entering the deck and being released, you always play this card, but this card's like super easy now. Like this is just a part of like the ending combo like board. Super easy to search, super easy to free special summon if you have 3 different memento monsters with different names. And then if this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can target 3 face-up cards on the field, including a memento card you control, destroy them. And that comes up also too, like quite a bit. He's just a pop. Next is the second best starter, because this gets you to Witch. If it's normal or special, you can discard a card, then target 1 spell trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. That just puts like immediate pressure. And if you're going second, because if they have like idle, like back row just sitting, they immediately have to respond to it or just lose it. And then during your main phase, you can destroy 1 memento monster you control if you special summon 1 level 3 or lower memento monster from your deck. So it is the E-Tully for Anguish, which Anguish is the best starter, and this is the second best starter. Next up, Triple Horse. You need it, you can special summon it as long as you don't control anything other than memento monsters. You can pop it Foolish for usually 3, which is just kind of nuts. It's just kind of a dirty extender. It's just crazy. Then next up, we got 3 of the Witch, best starter in the deck. This card's just insane. Like I said, your inboard, you usually special summon even before like the fusion card came up. Your inboard was always going to be like combined creation with a trap card with anguish, like an anguish engrave. So you can specialize the anguish back and then go grab your snatch still, or go grab back your protection spell, which kind of helped me out a lot in one of the games. And then you can target Memento, destroy it, and special summon back a level 2 or lower Memento monster from your grave. I run 2 mace. On an old video, like maybe like the second one I posted this deck, someone was like, how do you, like, you don't play any mace? And I'm like, bro, you just literally like skip through the fucking video. Because I've always played like 2. I've always played 2 mace. I think 2 is like perfect. Some people play 1. 2 is perfect because this is kind of like this can get you there almost like pretty much by itself as well. 1 Gaddock Memento, or I think it used to be called Attic Ghost or something like that. I mean, this is the snatch still in your hand. Sorry about that, I completely skipped over it. But you can destroy a Memento monster, and if you do, add 1 Memento card from your deck to your hand. Usually going to be your field spell now. This one, when it's normal or special, you can add back a Memento card from your grave. If this card is sent to the graveyard, though, by a Memento card, it special summons itself. And then 1 goblin. This foolish is for 2. Also, during the main phase, if you control the combined creation, you can quick effect discard this card for the rest of your turn. Your opponent cannot target Memento monster you control with card effects, which that came up. I had already had mace in hand. I want to say it was against, it was really weird, like I think I snatched something on the pearly board, and I had searched the goblin and they went to target it with something random. No, they tried to target my combined creation, but they didn't realize the combined creation like isn't the one you doing the monster negates, is a trap card. I think they tried to like impermanent or something when they lost their card, and I was like, well, I mean, even if it did go through, you still got goblin. So goblin's like, you know, that's like niche, you know, like protects you against like snatch stills, stuff like that. Next up from Memento spells, Triple Bone Party. Destroy 1 Memento monster in your hand or face up the field. Then you take 1 Memento monster from your deck with a different name and either add it to your hand or special summon in defense. So this helps you dodge Imperm Veiler, Mourner, Chalice, like stuff like that. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. It even unclogs your hands. Like if you open up like no monster except I don't know, like goblin, you can like pop your goblin, go get witch, and just go. Like this just gets you to witch. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Memento monster you control. If it attacks a defense position monster, its turn, inflict piercing. So it's kind of nasty if you have combined creation on the field, because you can just swing into everything and they just lose the game. Even if, you know, they have defenders, he's usually gonna be at 5k. Triple Memento Fusion. This card plus the fusion kind of open the deck all the way up. During the main phase, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a Memento monster. But if monsters in your possession was destroyed by a card effect this turn, you can also shuffle Memento monsters from your graveyard into the deck as material, which is pretty sweet. This card can get you your Memento Fusion monster. It can also get you Garden Chimera, stuff like that. And then during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, destroy 1 monster you control, and if you do, add 1 Memento spell trap from your deck to your hand. Just a pretty nuts card. Love how fusion cards get crazier and crazier. Probably nothing as crazy as Branded Fusion or Shadol Fusion when it came out, but Memento Fusion is insane. It does so much. 1 field spell, it's so easy to get to now. I used to, like, before the new support, I feel like to maximize your full combo, you just like kind of like live and die by the field spell. Because of course it's easy to get to combine creation. Off of like any card you can, even mace, you can get a combined creation, but combined creation plus the trap card is pretty much impossible without the field spell. But now the field spell's like, I mean, it's, you know, that's like the last thing you search for. It's so easily searched. This card's nuts. Crane Burst, it's just dumb. When you control Memento monster, your opponent monster can attack must attack. The Memento monster you control with the highest attack. Their choice of Tide, you're usually gonna have like at least 3k dude on the field. And then when your opponent activates monster effect, you can target one Memento combined creation, and basically take 1,000, negate the effect. It's once per chain. That's, I mean, it's balanced, but it's kind of crazy. And then this is the last one. This is like, I just like this setting up, like going first. I wouldn't say it's easily cuttable because I'm not gonna cut it, but I like it. If you control Memento monster, target one card on the field, destroy it. Let's pop. But then if you control the combined creation, you destroy one more card on the field. And then when an attack is declared involving your Memento monsters and an opponent's monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard. All monsters you control, your opponent's control, lose 1,000 attack until the end of the turn. That's never come up for me, but I like the pop effect. So, and that's it for the Memento cards. Everything else is essentially non-engine, which is kind of like what you like to see in a deck. We go 3 Ash, that's nice. We're in a hand trap format. I like 3 Ogre, probably 3 Nib, but my playsets in Nib are all over the place. They're either in collection binders or in my Gold Pride deck. 3 Ogre's really nice. It kind of, I hit certain things on the Pearly board. I hit certain things, I hit an Apo, which is kind of cool. It does stuff. Triple effect Veiler. Effect negation, monster effect negation is like crazy important right now. You just want to see it. You gotta see it almost. Yeah, you just it's just to the point where it's like mandatory to see hand traps. Triple infirm. So as you see, 12 non-engine hand traps. And then Pot of Prosperity, it's 15, 16 non-engine cards. Nice. You always see in 5-card hand, I feel like I always see like at least like two points of interruption or something like that, and plenty of ways to play through. I like this current build. I'll fuck with it. It's pretty nice, but it should be 40 cards even. Nice, neat 40 cards. Let me get into the extra. I run 2 of these. Twin Dragon. This card is pretty insane. Any monster destroyed by battle, this card is banished. You can only use each of the following effects of the Twin Dragon once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned, you can destroy 1 Memento monster in your hand or face-up field. If you do, add up to 2 monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. So this helps you play around with stuff like DD Crow really easily. You no longer have to send your one-of combined creation. I think before these came out, I bumped this up to 2, just because DD Crow was popular, like in the Fire matchup, or there was another matchup, maybe Voiceless. I don't know. There was something where DD Crow was like relevant, and but now it just completely plays around it like all together. And then if this card is destroyed, you can special on level 6 or lower Memento monster from your graveyard. 1 Guardian Chimera, because Memento Fusion can fuse from the field in hand. 1 Starving, because I run Super Poly. 1 Predaplant Draxtapelia, Super Poly Gruer. Then for my links, Dart the Dark Charmer, Sorcerer of Sebek. I still like this card. This card's kind of funny. If you're not familiar with it, when this card or your monster, this card points to inflict battle damage to your opponent, you can gain that much life points. If a player gains life points, even during the damage step, you can make each player take 1,000. So it's a super easy way to burn your opponent out. 1 IP, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, 1 Access Code Talker, 1 Superstar Slayer Typhon Sky Crisis, and then 1 Chaos Angel. This is 14 cards, I'm pretty sure. But it's because I'm waiting on my Little Knight. I didn't have a Little Knight before I took a break from the game, and I need one now to get back into it. So I'm waiting on that. But in the meantime, I was playing, I'll just go and pull it out because I had to put it back in my binder. I was playing like 1 BLS to round out the 15, but I'm probably gonna, I'll probably take this one out for the Little Knight to make it like 15. Because now that I'm looking at BLS, I kind of miss them in there. Miss seeing them with the deck. So I'm gonna go through the extra deck super fast. Feel a little rusty on the profile, so I'm taking a little minute. But I want to thoroughly explain them because you know, this is probably my favorite deck outside of like Scareclaw or something. This is what I rolled with. Trouble Droll. Trouble Gross Mortar. Trouble Crossout Designator because we're trying to play the game, but forgot my Nibiru obviously. 2 Super Poly, 2 Triple Tack, 1 Talents, and 1 Evenly Matched to round it out. The only thing I would change is probably, I'm a big fan of like board breakers and stuff like that. If I want to make my extra deck more toolboxy, I would take out like the Super Polys, probably put in a Nibiru or something like that, and leave these. I'm just like a huge fan of like board breakers over hand traps, so I'll always have some type of board breaker to dig for. But that's probably the only thing I would change right now is like Super Poly. But I mean, that's pretty much it. That's kind of my meta anyways. Like there's always some like branded player. Like there will be a branded player for the rest of all time. That's pretty much it for this one. You know, leave a like if you like the video, comment down below what you would change, subscribe to the channel. Also, I've been selling a lot of cards on Mercari here recently, so if you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the description. I've just been like getting rid of stuff to retool and load up some more. So remember to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. See you next time, broskies.